delay because, again, we don't want to keep everybody too long. I want to introduce Kathleen, or Chan Min Tu, who's the legal partner at GBS firm in Ho Chi Minh City. Her practice is focused on inbound foreign direct investment, corporate law and tax, and all the associated issues. And we saw some of those questions coming up in Q&A about foreigners or foreign businesses investing in property, which is just another thing on top of everything else to do with property. So that's where the good lawyers come in. So prior to joining the firm, Kathleen worked for years with a Korean firm. So she has a lot of interaction with Korean companies entering the Vietnam market. And Kathleen also continues to advise foreign investors on establishing and operating businesses in Vietnam, not just the property related activity. And she's currently the director of Vic Law Limited, which is a partner of GBS as well. So Kathleen's going to talk us through some of the key points about the investment process. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Andrea, for your introduction. My pleasure to be here to share some information and legal part about the real estate and property. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with some information here. Okay, so I will not repeat all the things that people talk about already. That's just some brief information that I have from the State Bank and other authorities about that. So for statistics of State Bank, we have FDI capital, and that's what I will focus on, is a FDI capital invest in real estate business that continue to rank as the third with a total registered capital nearly $3.2 billion. And by the end of June 2020, the scale of real estate capital reached $1.6 billion, accounting for about 19% of the total outstanding loan of economy, excluding construction loan. And in there, housing debt is about 63%. The rest is the credit for real estate business. And by the end of August 2020, the equity of listed real estate is mean the real estate enterprise, which is listed on the real estate market, reached 397,000 billion Vietnam dong. It is reduced 2% due to the early 2020. And there is some reports I will briefly talk here is from VARS. This is Vietnam Real Estate Brokerage Association. This is in the first 9 months of 2020. There are 4,000 new projects of condotel and villa hotel were being published and sold in the market, while the transaction volume was not much. So even most of the major areas in the condotel market have a low number of transactions, such as Da Nang, Phú Quốc, Quảng Ninh, Bình Thuận. However, they still sold and published new projects there. And another report from CBRE, that's the average selling price of the whole market in 2020 is expected to increase by 5% over the same period last year. So in summary, we see here just a general statistic from State Bank and report from VARS and CBRE. We can see even the most faster real estate be effect is the travel faster, it's condotel, villa hotel. But for another real estate activity like house or apartment, it still work well. It's not, it's reduced a little bit, but it's not much. And next is a general initial approach about the law. That is my job to tell you what is a legal provision of Vietnam right now for foreign investor in the real estate. So here I would like to separate into two subjects, two parts of the entity. Would say one is not real estate company, including personal, individual, and organization, and another is a real estate company. Then in order for you to understand if you are a normal people, not invest in a real estate business, a company, but you can hold which house or apartment, which kind of real estate you can hold. The first one is who can hold house in Vietnam. And then here, I must emphasize at the beginning is a foreign individual and organization can hold apartment. All foreign individual and also organization can hold apartment, but it have a limit. It's not more than 30% of the whole building. And you also can hold a house in particular area, also have a limit. It's not more than 250 houses in a world level administrative unit. So in Vietnam, we have a world level, district level, and a city level. And here, if we calculate in the world level administrative unit, that you cannot hold more than 250 houses. That is in general for someone who not in real estate business, but you want to buy the house or real estate in Vietnam. Two more notes for this area is you need to note if you are individual organization, when you hold, what can you do with the assets? That is a foreign individual. When you buy an asset, you can sell and sublease the assets. This is your right. But for foreign organization without real estate activity, you only allowed to use assets for employees working at that organization or office, but not for other purposes. This means you buy the assets and it's considered at the assets of the company. It's not a real estate assets for buying and sell. So you buy and you use it at the employees working or in office, not for sale, not for sublease. And for sure, later you can sell the assets, but it's like sell assets of a company, not buy and sell usually, and you cannot hold many assets as own. Then I go to the next subject is real estate company. That is a company who invests in Vietnam for doing real estate business. This means you can buy and sell and sublease, and you have full power to do all activity of a real estate company. Then first of all, you need to know the most important condition is the capital, minimum charter capital. It should be 20 billion Vietnam dong. That is a capital you will register and invest into the bank account of the company, but it's not mean you have to hold that money throughout the time you do business. You can use that money to buy assets, to pay for salary, office, whatever. But make sure all the time the minimum target capital you will need to keep at 20 billion Vietnam dong. The second thing you need to note for the house in construction is mean that the house or apartment will finish in future. It's not right now. So before, as you are developer, before you sell or lease that house in construction, you must be warranted by the qualified commercial bank. So there's have to have a bank who will represent you to warranty with the buyer about your house or apartment. That is some brief information for initial approach. I just let you know about the law of Vietnam. So in case you have any question about that, then maybe I will talk more about tax or something else. Thank you for listening.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Kathleen. We just covered a lot of territory there, but I think on the legal side, that's really all the main points. I think whether it's as an individual investor or as a